Enzo to Real Madrid might be off.
Well, that's good for you guys. I
It
mean,
is considerably good for us, but I just don't know if it's. Oh, we're on. Hey.
we're on.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, and this is what we do before the podcast. We sit here aimlessly chatting about different transfers and how much woes we have from them.
We talk about soccer, and then we're gonna. So we talk about football, and then we get into football.
Yeah. And this one is for the love of the game, baby.
Football is life.
Yeah.
For life.
World game, baby. But we're in the midst of a whole month, well, actually a little bit over a month of not sleeping well.
Oh, well, you've had that for 12 months now.
That's true.
So you're adapted.
Yeah, that's more of dad life. And now I'm actually doubling down on that, in which I've been awake since 3 a.m. My body doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. So we had Red Bulls.
Yeah.
James finished his.
I sculpted mine pretty fucking quick. Oh, dude, it was necessary. I was slowly dying.
Oh, damn it. Shouldn't have got you there.
Yeah. Just halfway.
Then the podcast would be all mine.
Just halfway through, I just pass out, and you're like,
Stop.
Yeah.
Just finish him off.
I wish I knew how to operate this. the
James,
software. Yeah.
Can you tell me how you do this?
What do I click?
Yeah. Where's the thing?
Yeah, just hear me do go. Oh no, he's dead.
He's definitely dead. Oh, he crapped his pants. He's dead.
On a positive note, knockouts are on.
Yes, knockouts are on. Knockouts are upon us.
Knockouts are upon us. I think there were some interesting finalizations of groups. A few, I mean, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, fuck-ups from some nations.
Which we will get into.
And some positives from other nations. I think that there's some dark horses.
There's some first-timers.
Some first-timers, some dark horses. And once we get into the knockouts, some favourites that are blowing up.
Yep, blowing up. It's all happening. Absolute cinema, this World Cup.
I look, yeah.
It's already started. It's cinema already.
This is true. And what I hate about this is that the Americans are going to say it's because they hosted it.
Don't worry about the Mexicans or the Canadians that also chipped in.
Yeah. They're quietly enjoying the performances of their team.
Bro, it's typical America, right? So think of like World War II. They think
Damn, we're going to World War II?
No. Just listen to my analogy, right? They think they won the war.
Okay.
Right? But there was actually an allied force that won. So they all won together. But it's America. We did it. America. Blah, blah, blah. It's the same with this World Cup. They think it's their World Cup.
Gallipoli, bro.
Gallipoli! So you're saying the Australia-Turkey game was big Gallipoli vibes.
Dude, huge Gallipoli vibes. I'm glad I didn't know that at the time, because there would have been some unfavorable things said.
No,
I had a few beers that day.
Big cancellation coming.
Not even cancellation. I might have got jumped by like 15 Turks. They just beat the shit out of me.
And we would have sat there going, he deserved it.
I'm just there with a swollen eye like, hey, anyway, I'm Park. Australia played really good.
2-0.
Yeah.
2-0, bitches.
I learned a valuable lesson that day.
You're probably wondering how it ends up here.
Yeah. And here's how it happened. I said some racist shit.
All right,
let's go.
Too much fucking around.
Well, we'll start off with Group A, right? Final days of Group A. We're going to say huge disappointment in this group.
Big fumble of the bag.
Right? Opening game was obviously Mexico, South Africa. We saw that going, South Africa's about to get trampled.
Wait, first.
The opening game of the entire World Cup, right? Was Mexico, South Africa.
Yeah.
The sentiment with South Africa was they were going to get trampled.
Yeah, 0 points.
0 points.
Yeah, forget about it.
Come down to the final game of this group. Mexico, clear winners in this group. Comes down to South Africa, Korea Republic.
Yep.
Now, Korea Republic against Czechia was a dominant performance.
Yes, they won 2-1. They had 3 points.
They won 2-1, but had so many shots on target.
Yeah.
Right? Off target, I should say. Right? We come into the final game being South Africa, Korea Republic. And can I say one of the most disappointing games to watch?
It was.
It was disappointing because I think I liked how Korea played in their other games. Their final game was so disappointing.
They saved their worst performance for last.
Yep.
And against the worst team, I thought was the worst team in this group. But you got to give credit to South Africa, man. They came through.
Dude,
they came through with the goods, and they finally made a knockout. That's great for South Africa. Huge fumble for South Korea, though.
Huge. Massive. probably one of the biggest fumbles that we'll kind of go through.
I think this probably is. I'll put it up there top three.
Yeah,
biggest
easily top three.
Yeah,
but obviously Mexico, South Africa going through. Korea miss out for third spot.
Yeah, and Czech Republic. Yeah, I think Korea came 10th in the third.
Correct. Yeah.
Because
only 3 points, and everyone knew 3 points is the risk.
3 points is the minimum.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
To qualify.
Four is guaranteed, and then 3 is just fucking. You're. It's for and against.
Yeah.
You're on for and against at that stage.
100%. So
unfortunately for Korea, they're on -4. Oh, sorry, -1 because they lost 1-0 and lost 2-0 to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they ended up with -1, which put them out of the top 3. They came 10th for the -1. So look, I think the worst part for this is Son Heung-min.
His last World Cup.
He retired. Well, he finishes at this World Cup without advancing. Bit sad for all the neutrals, in my opinion. I would have liked to have seen him play in a knockout game, but
I would like to see him play more football. But again, this is how the World Cup comes.
That's it.
All right, you don't take your opportunities on the day. That's it.
You're
done. Then we go into Group B. I think this was an interesting group, but pretty much where we expected it to land.
Yeah.
Switzerland topped their group, 7 points.
Yep.
Canada comes in second on 4. Look, to be fair, I thought Canada would perform a little bit better. They did have some upsets, obviously, with their, was it Kone with a broken leg against Qatar?
I guarantee you that would have affected their performance. There's nothing worse than seeing a teammate get absolutely
poleaxe, snap his leg. You
got to see his leg, his ankle dangle.
Yeah.
So that's big effect on the team. There. So I kind of felt sorry for them.
Look, Qatar bow out with a -8 goal difference, 1 point.
Yeah, because they got pumped 6-0 by Switzerland, I think, after 2 red cards.
Yeah.
Was it Canada?
No, against Canada. They got the 2 red cards, broke the guy's leg. Canada went on to score 4 extra goals on him. and then scraping through in third was Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Yeah, so I think the last game was Bosnia versus Qatar, and Bosnia ended up winning 3-1, which gave them the 4 points, which put them through to the knockouts.
Which is, look, decent performance. And to be expected.
And also, Bosnia, they made it through the World Cup via the playoffs. So go from playoffs to now round of 32. That's pretty good for them.
Very good, man. I rate the performance. And again, they've got a half-decent team that probably should have fought to get out in that third position. I never saw them beating Canada or Switzerland, especially as Canada had home ground advantage for every game.
For the home games, for the group games.
Then we had Group C.
This pretty much ended how we thought it was going to go.
Yeah. I thought Scotland would scrape through. I knew Brazil, Morocco, top 2 easily. Right, whoever it was, either going to be Brazil or Morocco first. Obviously, Brazil will go through on goal difference with 6 versus Morocco 3. We know Morocco is not a prolific scoring nation, but defensively so strong,
very sound. Yeah,
and obviously you saw them 2 draw with each other 1-1. But to have Scotland, I thought Scotland would be able to pull. I don't know, maybe a draw.
Well, this is the problem, right? Is that Scotland beat Haiti, so they did their job for that game.
But they only beat them 1-0.
They did, right? But they did their job of getting the 3 max points out of that game. But then you got to try and draw with Morocco or Brazil. It was never going to happen.
Yeah,
that's where it fucked them, is because not only do you need to try to get 4 points, but if you get 3, you got to end in a positive.
Yeah.
And you only beat Haiti 1-0, and you're not gonna lose 1-0.
They needed to really put the number on.
Correct. They needed to put at least. They probably need to put 3 or 4 on Haiti. Yeah. But in all honesty, Haiti should have won by that much. Haiti should have won by 3 or 4 in that Scotland game.
Scotland played terrible.
They were shit. They were so terrible. Boring to watch.
They were relying on 3 players on the pitch. To do everything. Right.
It was McGinn,
Robbo. And
McTominay. That were the 3.
Those 3 on the pitch, they were relying to run that game.
Yep.
And to be fair, I think the Haiti players realised that and just put men on them.
That's exactly what they did, yeah. And then look, but out of their games, Brazil scored more goals. Yeah. And that's the only reason why they finished top. But
they only conceded 1 goal.
Yes, to Morocco.
Yeah. And Morocco conceded 3.
Yes, they did, because they said 1 to Brazil and then 2 to Haiti.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that kind of showed that Haiti were ready to push. Right? Now, I know they finished with 0 points, but they were competitive in all the games. Even the Brazil game,
That's
they
all
got.
you can ask, to be fair.
That's it. For a team like Haiti, who I was expecting pirates to pop up on the field, they did a pretty.
It's not Somalia, dude.
Whatever. Oh, no, sorry. Haiti's the poor one. Haiti is the poor.
They're both poor.
So the non-pirate poor country. How about that?
Non-pirate poor country. I am the lieutenant now.
Aim's the captain.
No, that's Somalians, man.
Whatever, man.
They're the captains. The Hades have to be something different.
Oh, same potato. But look, I think they did a admirable job in the 3 games that they played. They pushed Scotland. Probably should have beaten them. They pushed Morocco all the way through to the end. I think it took Morocco a 90th minute winner to get the points. And look, Brazil, they got pumped in the first half, but they took it out. They competed against Brazil, 5-time champions. Like, not bad.
Yeah. And then we had Group D. Very interesting group. Our group.
That's our group.
Australia. And it was going to be touch and go coming into the final game for Australia.
Yes.
Because obviously we had Paraguay. Paraguay equal points with us, right? 3 points. We had a better goal difference.
Yeah.
I mean, goal difference was 0. But
Yes. But better than
goal
theirs.
difference.
Better than Paraguay. They're on -2.
Better than Paraguay's, right? So Paraguay obviously copped the flogging from the US in the first game.
4-0, 4-1, 4 something like that. Yeah.
Pulled the win against Turkey, which really shut them up.
That really shut them the fuck up.
And then it came to our final game, and I think it was an interesting lineup that we put out for the third and final.
I thought it was our best lineup without Toure.
It was a better.
Better than the second game.
I still
better
think
than the USA
I still think
game.
the Turkey lineup was better all over.
Okay.
What would have been nice to include into that was Volpato.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it was better including Volpato, but I think Iracunda was wasted as an out-and-out striker.
Yeah.
Because you could tell, right? Paraguay play 5 at the back. They sit deep. He's useless up front, right? Because he can't hold the ball up. He turns on the ball. He runs. He wants through balls. He wants to play a physical, quick game, right? Which is going to be better suited out on the left.
Yeah.
But then you've got to argue, well, how do I fit Volpato in if he's out on the left, and where does Mo Toure play? But what I would like to see is Volpato, Mo Toure, and Volpato, Mo Toure, and then Iracunda.
Yeah.
What you've got to figure out is how do you get Metcalf in there?
He would have to play, because we play a 3-4-2-1.
Yeah.
Right? So Metcalf would have to play in that middle with Ocon or
You'd be
O'Neill.
taking Aiden O'Neill out of that to put Metcalf
in, right? So then he'd be the 2 in the middle, and then you would,
which
or
he took
Ocon.
out for
O'Neill.
I think what was disappointing in this game is Italiano being out.
Oh, that hurt.
That hurts.
It
right?
hurt. Yeah.
What I will say, Jordan Boss had a very good game.
Very good game.
Very good game.
Yep.
I'll say
Tidy on the ball.
If you're gonna go, okay, what's the worst part of the game? I think his passing was probably his letdown for the performance. But that being said, he recovered the ball every time there was an error.
Yeah.
Right. He won fouls when we needed to win fouls, and he had a lot of forward movement, which for me is very important. Harry Sutar again, solid in the game.
Harrington started.
Harrington,
Youngest Socceroo to start in a World Cup.
and had a great game.
Great game.
Fantastic game.
Tidy on the ball.
You can see why a lot of these teams, Liverpool, Barcelona, are looking at him in this transfer window.
He'd be a good addition to I think it'd be good for him to join like a middle type of side so he can get more game time. But
I think if
it's
he went
still
to-
good to be joining a big side because of the experience and the quality that you'll play
The
with.
coaches and
the
the-
coaches, everything's more is
All the
top
lessons
notch.
that you're going to learn from them. But it'd be nice if he went to Leverkusen or one of those.
What was the one I said? There was another one. Oh, Palace.
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 If
Wait,
we
was
went
it
to-
Palace? No, that was Iracunda who was linked up to Palace.
Yeah. Well, he's linked to a few different teams. He's linked to bigger
Well,
teams.
him, Chicardi, Harrington, all linked to big clubs.
Yeah.
which is really good to hear. It's good. It'd be nice to see Aussies back into that form of competing in top level. Now at the moment we're competing like championship, second level Germany.
Yeah. Well, we've got
You know what I mean?
our players that are in the championship are making names for themselves in the championship.
Yeah, it'd
So-
be nice for them to take that next step.
Well, I think going to a newly promoted team into the English Premier League, a pretty good result. Going to a mid-table German team, I think would be a very good one. Or going to an Italian team that probably sits in that top 6 would be a good result, right?
It'd be good to see like Volpato go to like Juve or Milan
because he's at Sassuolo.
Sassuolo, yeah.
Yeah, which I mean,
Or like even like Atalanta, would be a good
look,
move.
Hearing Volpato's story gives us the almost a letdown of where the junior Australian football is, right? He was at the 2 top Sydney academies, and they both said to him he's not good enough. So he went to Italy and gets into the Roma Academy.
And Italy are like, you're good enough.
Yeah, you're good enough. You can go straight into the Roma Academy.
Yeah.
And then built into it.
At like
which
15 or 16 years old.
Which is why he sat there going, do I want to play for Australia or Italy? Because Australia's let him down.
They let him down, exactly right.
And now all of a sudden he's going to be our hero, right?
Yep.
So
it'd be nice if they saw that talent earlier on.
100%.
But
I just think it's how many other talents that didn't go to Italy, right? That didn't carry on to go. Oh, I think I believe in myself. I believe in this dream. I'm going to go overseas. He's lucky that he has parents that were like, well, we'll sell the business that we have and we will go back to Italy and allow you to,
pursue your dream.
Pursue your dream. Which is crazy. Not many people. It's a small percentage of people that have the ability to do that.
Yeah, imagine all the other young kids that are just from Australia. They got nowhere to really go. They got nowhere to go but stay here in Sydney or Brisbane or Melbourne or whatever. They can't travel around and try to find the right team or scout or whatever to get them to that next level. They're just kind of like stuck there, and they're just with these people that just don't see their talent, and then shit like this happens where you see talented young players not go further on and help out our senior teams. But hopefully this is a bit of a wake-up call for, the grassroots of Australian football.
Look, make it accessible for some of these players to get in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But look, with the ladder, USA were top irregardless. We just needed a draw. We pulled a nice... It was a boring game, but did not care.
Yeah, I think the way I shaped it, I was watching it at work with a few, casual soccer fan or football fans that are, they just go, well, why wouldn't you just shoot it around the goalkeeper? That type of comments in the game. Look, me watching it, I think we had great shape in the game. I think we played to our strengths, right? So whenever we went up front, I think there was a few opportunities that we probably should have done better with. Yeah. A couple of missed opportunities, but all round, I don't think Paraguay really scared us all that much.
Not particularly. We were the better team, in my opinion. Just look, we had more possession, we had more shots on target, more touches. They had 7 touches in our box. That's nothing. No. That's a great defensive game there for us.
Which we knew is going to be our strength, right?
So the funny part for me was how every time we had a corner, Harry Suter had 4 guys surround him. Bro, I'm watching this going, it's going to go Harry Suter. He just had 4 guys marking him like he was the pretty girl at the dance. And they just all wanted him.
Yeah, he was a hot girl with the tits out at a rave.
That's literally who he was. But look, we got second, which was where we thought we would be. I thought it would have been Turkey, us, America. It ended up being America, us, Paraguay.
Well, I think the interesting comment, and Aaron Moy said this, if at the start of the tournament you told every Australian fan all we needed was a draw in the final game against Paraguay to qualify, everyone would have went, what a performance.
Yeah, you take that all day.
No one would say anything. But given our performance against the US, everyone thought we should have done better. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know where that opinion comes from. I think we've played a very good group stage.
Yeah.
Going through at the moment.
Yeah.
But look, I'm happy where we've ended up.
Yeah, happy where we've ended up, and I'm happy with our opponents, and I'm happy with where we're sitting. So, all round, clap for the Socceroos.
Then we've got Group E, which was an interesting group. Obviously, we've got Germany, Cote d'Ivoire, Ecuador, Curacao. In this group, Germany tops with 6 points, which is a difficult 6 points for them. I don't think they obviously had a pumping of Curacao.
There was a pumping of Curacao, and then there was the last-minute winner against Ivory Coast. Right, but they had to play Ecuador in the last game. Now, Ecuador were on 1 point after 2 games, and I thought they were going to win based off the fact that Germany were going to rest all their players. But they didn't rest their players, even though they were top of the group, which I found baffling. Why would you want to play all your players?
It didn't make sense to play all your players,
yeah.
But additionally, then they played all their players and then made a large amount of subs from halftime through to 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well,
What was the point of that?
Oh, well, if you're going to do it, just make all the subs at half time.
Yeah.
It's a nothing game.
It was a nothing game.
If it is a thing where you think, I don't think my players are fully warmed up and they're not gelling with each other, let's, go and play. Let's play them so that they can get their legs in and whatever your excuse is for it. But it made no sense. Made no sense to anything to not only play them past half time, but to do it in a game of nothing where Ecuador ends up winning.
With Ecuador won, so they put in a... So I'll give credit to Ecuador here. I saw the German team and I thought, oh, fuck, maybe Ecuador might be in a bit of trouble. But they played a top. They played the best German team they could put out and they won.
And to be fair, I mean, there was a lot of players in this German team where I go, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you go, okay, I know Wirtz, I know Musiala, I know Kai Havertz.
Sane.
I know, Sane, who I wish I didn't know.
Rudiger.
Rudiger, Jonathan Tah,
Neuer,
the key players.
Kimmich.
Neuer, right?
Yep.
But then everyone off their bench, I'm like, who the hell's that guy?
Yeah, I'm looking at their bench, right? And Goretzka.
Like Anton came on in a game. I'm like, who the fuck is Anton?
Fucking big Anton.
Yeah.
Thior, only because he plays for Newcastle.
Undev, I don't know.
You look at Anton, Udarago, Amiri, Lueling, and we know Voltemade.
Yeah.
It's not the stacked German teams that we're used to.
I think I made this comment the other day. They have not had a prolific striker since Miroslav Klose.
Yeah. And actually, I heard a good point today.
Their last three World Cups have not been great performances.
Well, they haven't made the round of 16 in the last three World Cups.
Correct.
There's something's going on. But I saw something else which was actually just as baffling, is they haven't had a solid right back since Philip Lahm.
They put Kimmich in
Kimmich isn't, but he's a CDM.
Well, they trying to make him the new Philip Lahm. And whilst he is a
great player.
He's a great player. He's not Philip Lahm.
He's not Philip Lahm.
He's not Philip Lahm.
Philip Lahm is one of the best right backs we've ever seen.
He's one of the best players that Pep has ever managed.
Yeah.
Which is high praise. He managed Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, from a football IQ point of view, Philip Lahm is the greatest player he's ever managed. That is a quote.
That's
right?
Huge raps.
He's managed some of the greatest players of all time. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But yeah, I look, not super convinced. They topped their group. Ivory Coast, I think, have been pretty, from an attacking perspective, very good.
Defensively solid as well, though.
Well, yes, correct. But again, that's in the group stage.
Well, they conceded 2 goals. They were both to Germany.
Yeah.
Not bad.
100%. But again, I don't think Ecuador or Curacao were convincing in this group. Ecuador obviously get the win against Germany.
Yeah, they did. I did feel sorry for Ecuador in the Curacao game because they had 15 shots on target and couldn't put in the back of the net. So they know what they're doing. They don't have the same that type of quality though. Like they've got Caicedo and Valencia up top.
Yeah,
they've got a couple. Yeah, Diamande's Cote d'Ivoire. Talking about Ecuador.
Oh, sorry.
Ecuador have a couple good players here and there, but hey, they got 4 points. They had to beat Germany in the last game, and they did it, and they progressed through to the round of 32. So. Props to Ecuador.
100%. And then we have Group F. Now, interesting group because I think there was a couple of... Look, the teams that we knew would go through.
Yep.
Tunisia end that group on 0 points.
Yeah, negative 10.
Negative 10 goal difference.
Just conceded 12 goals.
They scored 2. That's pretty interesting.
Good for them.
I mean, sacking your manager after the first game, probably going to have something to do with that.
Kind of set the wheels in motion for how this tournament was going to go for them.
That's ridiculous. Who was it? Schweinsteiger got in trouble for saying this is the most African thing ever. He's like, that's racist. I'm like, but the worst thing is, I hear it, I'm like, I know what he's talking about.
He's not wrong.
But look, Netherlands top it after a draw with Japan in the first game, winning against Sweden convincingly, and obviously winning against Tunisia.
Yep.
Japan, who I think, everyone loves their fans, everyone loves their players. They come in with goddamn trash bags to celebrate and then clean the stadiums up afterwards. They're awesome.
Stadium looks cleaner when they leave than before they get there.
100%.
It's incredible what they do. It's actually probably one of the best traditions that I think a lot of teams should be doing because I've seen stadiums after the game and it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
The Japanese though are just like cleaning it up,
even
top to bottom.
They had their dressing rooms completely clean. Everything folded, left in the middle.
Big respect is through the roof for these guys. They came second after 2 draws and a win. They drew with Sweden in the last game. Sweden, they were pretty much through if they had a draw, but obviously they wanted to get that second spot had they beaten Japan. But it ended up 1-0, 1-1 in that last game. So Sweden ended up in third spot.
I think. Well, I mean, if you look at Sweden, right? Like, okay, they've got two good strike. They've got two good attacking outlets in Sweden. It's really what they've got.
Yeah, that's it. They've got Gyökeres and they've got Ishak. Oh, they do have a Langer, but I was watching.
No, well, the funny thing is with the Langer when they got the draw at the end, and he sat on the pitch crying. He's crying, and in the interview afterwards, who's the manager? Graham Potter. Graham Potter goes, I mean, I feel for the guy. He just didn't quite understand that we still qualified. But big respect to him.
But I saw this article, this video. It was a guy who was he's a Newcastle fan, and he was complaining about how this is like the most Newcastle thing ever. So they've already lost. Tonali looks like he's going to go. Bruno looks like he's going to go. Voldemar has had a shit World Cup, and he goes, Alenga, the guy couldn't run into a paper bag or something like that, and he pulls off the most cracker goal of the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's the goal of the World Cup so far, other than maybe Mbappe's.
The left foot. I think Mbappe's just touches it because it's a bit further out. But Alenga's goal was cracker.
Very nice.
Yeah. So with that, it put them in third spot. So and they end up coming second in the third placed rankings.
Then we go to Group G, and this is a bit of a nothing group.
G for boring.
Fair. Well, wait. To be fair, it was boring. However, completely changed from the third game. Obviously, you had Egypt topping the group at the start of it.
Yes.
Belgium was down
third. I think they were third.
New Zealand was still in same position of fourth, and Iran was in second.
Yes.
So by the end of it, we had a complete change. Belgium tops, Egypt falls into second, Iran third, New Zealand in fourth.
And
now, this is obviously Australia versus the team that comes second in this group. So watching these games, I'm sitting there going, well, we don't want to verse Belgium.
Correct.
We would have liked to verse Iran because we have played Iran before and we've been successful against Iran.
And
before.
there was big revenge vibes for that from 1997. All the guys at soccer were talking about we're going to get revenge for 97 when we conceded 2 goals in the end of the game to get knocked out of qualifying for the World Cup, which was devastating at the time. I was too young to remember, but that's what they were all talking about.
Yeah, those old bastards. But it comes down to the wire in which Belgium scored a goal, I want to say in the 90th minute?
Yeah.
To give them the extra goal difference to go ahead of Egypt.
Well, they end up with 2. They did score. They pumped New Zealand 5-1. They were scoring all over the place. It wasn't even a contest.
Yeah, thanks, New Zealand.
But the big controversy was the Iran game, where they thought they had scored in the 90th minute to beat Egypt. No, to equal the Egypt.
To go for a draw? Were they on a draw?
They lost that last game because they beat didn't they beat crap. I'll find it. No, it's I'll find it. Where are we going? Iran. Yeah, so they drew with Egypt. Well, they drew 3 games. Sorry.
Yeah, they drew.
Yeah, they drew all 3 games. They needed to beat Egypt to get that they would have got 5 points, but because they drew, which was marginally offside, like a bee's dick offside.
Well, it was more that you put the still photo up and everyone was going, how's the offside? Because the keeper's ahead of the player.
Yeah.
So then it results into the other player behind.
The defender behind becomes
even
the goalkeeper.
When you look at it quickly, you go, oh, he's not offside.
Yeah.
And then when you take a second and look back, you go, oh, well, he's offside.
Then you bring the rules into it and you're like, oh, that's how he's offside.
Then we play by the rules. And all of a sudden, they lose.
And now they're out.
So Australia faces Egypt in the next round, which...
We'll get into
because I think there's some stats to look at.
Yeah.
Group H. So this
was very surprising.
I mean,
not first.
No, not first.
Spain, we all knew Spain was going to make it.
Spain finishes first. Obviously, favourites of the tournament. You expect them to get out of their group.
Yep.
It's second through to fourth. That's interesting. Let's start with fourth because Saudi Arabia, to be fair, I think should have had deserved more points than they gained. I still think they should have beaten Uruguay.
Yeah.
I think they
Yeah.
should have beaten Uruguay, and they copped a goal in the 80th minute.
Yep.
To lose that game, and then obviously pulled
To draw?
Yeah, they drew.
That
So
game.
they
Yeah,
drew
yeah,
with
yeah.
Uruguay, and then they drew with Cabo Verde.
Yes. Yeah.
And final game, Cabo Verde pulls out a win against Uruguay.
No, they drew. Cabo Verde drew all 3 games.
They did too.
Yeah.
They drew against Spain in the final game.
No, they drew with Saudi Arabia in the final game. Spain played Uruguay.
Oh man, I'm all over.
Dude,
the place
you got no idea. I just remember because I watched the Spain-Uruguay game. Not very entertaining. I have not been convinced with Spain this whole group stage.
No.
First they drew with Cabo Verde and everybody thought, okay, well, they'll pick up from there.
Orzabal didn't touch the ball for 30 minutes.
That's correct, yeah. Then they pumped Saudi Arabia 4-0. Like, okay, this is the Spain that we're getting used to. Then they played Uruguay. Now, I said it from the start, I do not rate Uruguay's team.
No.
They've got Valverde and Arejo, and that's about it. I'm not putting Darwin Núñez in that group. No way. He got dropped. He was that bad. Okay?
Dude, Darwin Núñez with the cornrows reminds me of Vince Vaughn in Be Cool.
No, he reminds me of Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah. Pretty much the same character that we're both thinking of, dude. White guys pretending to be black.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going
That's where we're going.
Yeah.
But I think he tied them they were too tight because he lost circulation to his brain and he forgot how to play football.
I'm going to defend him here because he's ex-Liverpool.
Of course you are.
Now,
of course.
he did have Ugarte playing him the balls. And that guy can't pass for shit.
Also, he can't pass for shit anymore because he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
And he's out for the whole year.
And also now the Uruguay national team may have to pay Man United 5.6 million in compensation. Don't know if it'll get through.
I think that must be the reason why they told the Uruguayan players. So I'll get into what happened after. But after the game, there was red cards, there were fights. It was just absolute pandemonium from Uruguay.
Good South American football. Yep.
Marco Bielsa, the coach, fucking lost it in his interview. Yeah, it was just shambles from top to bottom. And then I read that the Uruguay Football Federation cancelled the flight to go from America back home.
They had to fly on
and they had
commercial.
to fly their own flights home.
That's so great.
They must have done that so they could save money to pay Man United through Ugarte.
Dude. I love it, dude. It's just the most South American shit ever.
Man.
Have you noticed it? You can say this is the most South American shit ever. No one says shit. But you go, that's pretty African. You're like, that's racist. Yeah.
Racist. But look, Uruguay, they've got a long, long way to go back from the successful days when like Luis Suarez was there.
Oh yeah.
I think I read somewhere that they hadn't not made a knockout stage before Suarez and then after Suarez. So when Suarez was there, they were very competitive.
They're dominant.
Yeah, and now he's gone. Now they're sucking again.
You saw the piece of shit Liverpool team he dragged to a second place. Like, come on, dude. He's the man, dude.
Just one other point. I did find interesting how Bielsa thought he could just sub off Valverde in an important game like this after like 55 minutes.
Yes.
You can clearly see there's issues from top to bottom. So Uruguay needs a full revamp.
Yeah, I mean, look, do the Italian way. Sack 'em all. Play juniors, baby.
Fucking earth.
Then we've got Group I, and this one went pretty much exactly how...
This is exactly how we thought it was going to go.
Yeah. France dominant, win all 3 games.
Yep.
Norway win 2 of 3.
The game they lost was to France, and they actually didn't put out any of their top stars. They just thought, second place, take it.
We're cool with that.
We will take it.
Then you've got Senegal ends up with the 1 win against Iraq, go through, and Iraq with 0 wins.
Yeah,
I mean, unfortunate for them, minus 11 goal difference.
Senegal scraped through. I think they won 5-0 in the last game. They actually
Which they had to for goal difference.
had to
I think they were 8th, right?
They ended up 8th with a +2, and Iran finished 9th with a goal difference of 0. So if you want to, it looks like if you want to make it, you've got to have a positive
goal difference
with a win.
Yeah,
with at least 1 win, you've got to be positive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, or 3 draws won't even get it for you.
Nope,
because that's 0.
3 draws. 3 draws does not get it for you.
Well, I mean, we can kind of skip over that.
Depending on if you come second like Cabo Verde and you have 2 shit teams like Uruguay.
Well, I mean,
and Saudi Arabia.
gets you through, right?
Yeah, second gets you through. That's it. Doesn't matter how you get there. They got it.
God damn, that goalkeeper's going to be slaying some poontang, bro.
The Cabo Verde
Yeah,
one.
yeah, dude.
Well, this is not the captain. I think he's slaying poontang on the.
Yeah, dude, he raped somebody, dude.
Yeah. No, not just somebody. Their translator, who they hired to
Yeah.
help them.
Sorry, could you just come here and translate something for me? There's no one else.
Translate this dude.
Yeah. Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will get into that.
That's crazy.
We'll get into that when they get eliminated.
Wonder if he'll start his knockout game. Then we had Group J, which again
For me-
probably went in the right order of what we thought.
Yeah, for me, it finished the way we thought it was going to finish.
Argentina wins all 3 games.
Yep.
Austria gets a win and a draw.
Yep.
Algeria gets a win and a draw. Right. So everyone beats Jordan.
Yeah. Everyone beats Jordan. Austria, Algeria both lose to Argentina and draw with each other.
Yeah.
But the funny part was the final day. So Algeria, Austria, we all thought they're just gonna play out a draw, nice and easy. Everybody advances, right? No. They thought we're gonna play a banger. So it ends up it was 2-2 in the 90th minute. Mahrez scores in the 91st minute, which means Algeria goes second, and Austria would actually be out because their goal difference was -1.
Well, there's a conspiracy.
Is there?
About this, right? So Mahrez scores the goal. His teammates all run up to him, covered faces, going, "The fuck have you done?" Now we have to play Spain.
Yes, that's right. Because
And
whoever
they
came
went-
second had to play Spain.
Yeah, so whoever came second had to play Spain. They're like, what the fuck? Now the conspiracy is the Algerians laid down so that Austria could get that final goal, putting them into second, meaning they now verse Spain.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is mad conspiracies, and that is awesome.
I mean, it's kind of very believable, though,
it's
right?
super believable. I wouldn't want to play Spain because who's Algeria end up playing?
Let's have a...
Switzerland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they end up playing Switzerland. So who's your choice? Switzerland or Spain?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Swiss, baby. Yeah, give us them francs.
Give me that Swiss, bro.
Then we've got Group K. This is an interesting one, okay? Didn't end up, I think, how everyone expected it to. Colombia tops the group.
Yep.
Portugal in second. And Congo kind of go through in third with Uzbekistan not getting a point.
Yeah.
That's what we expected. Uzbekistan not getting shit. Congo DR, to be fair, first game was lackluster from them. However, their mascot, the guy that stands there motionless for the entire game, got his visa, got in for the second game. It turned it all around, man.
Well, no. So they drew the first game against Portugal. Then the second game they lost to Colombia, but they were very competitive in those 2 games. I mean, the first game they scored, and then Portugal did nothing, so it was easy for.
I think Wissa's having a good tournament, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's having a very good tournament. I'm liking Wissa for Congo. But look, Colombia have been exceptional.
Well, they're playing.
They're very
everyone put them.
very dynamic the way that they're playing.
Well, they also use their key players well.
Munoz,
Yeah,
Diaz, James Rodriguez.
they
Those
use them
three
effectively.
Those 3 have been the key men for their 3 games, and they have performed where we know that they can perform. And that's why they came first. Look, I did watch the Portugal-Colombia game. Portugal tried to push, but it seems very slow for the quality that they have. Like, I saw a video where they could have counterattacked. It was a 6-on-5, right? Now, obviously, you got to try to break down 5 men, but you could do that with the quality. And instead of them breaking and going, they slow it down, cut back in, no through passes, nothing out wide, and whipping it in. It's very, very slow. And
Well, I think our expectation for Portugal was based on their midfield 3, right?
yeah, like Bruno, Neves, Vitinha.
Yeah, you look at that midfield 3 and you go, man, that should dominate.
They should be able to tear teams apart.
That should dominate him. And I'm just not convinced by it. I don't think Bruno's had a great tournament. I don't think he's been as effective as he is for Man U, for instance. I think Neves been solid.
Neves didn't even start in the last game, which I found because they started the other Neves that plays in Saudi Arabia. Ruben.
Yeah,
they started Ruben Neves.
But I don't know. Ruben Neves, I think, made sense to start there, right? Rest the legs of João.
Yeah.
But I'm not convinced by their midfield at all.
You look at the quality, and I'm going to put it down to tactics. I think this is Martinez trying to fit a circle into a square. You've got the team there. You just let them play.
Just go.
Vitinha moves forward. Neves moves forward. Bruno moves forward, but they just seem to be sitting back and passing sideways and backwards, and it's just not progressing.
Well, they're not allowing them to be creative. You have some of the most creative players in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Right? They just don't let them be that way.
Yeah.
They're trying to get them to be rigid, almost like they're trying to get Portugal to play like England.
Yeah, exactly. It's well, like the Netherlands played today. Very, very static. It's not the style that we're expecting. And when you've got João Felix, Ronaldo, and Neto up front, they can all Neto runs all day. Bro, put through balls through for him. He will get there. Whip balls into Ronaldo. He will get a head or a foot onto it. Give the ball to João Felix at his feet, and he will rip players apart.
For sure.
But they're just not doing it. It just seems very slow and methodical, which isn't the style that we were expecting. So. Yeah, we didn't get Portugal to come first, which we kind of expected, but it puts them into the A side of things, and we'll get into.
We'll jump into. We'll go through Group L, and then I think we jump into the bracket. Then we'll jump into our predictor.
Also, shout out to Congo; they actually came first in the third place team, so killing it.
Yeah,
because is this their first World Cup or one of their only World Cups?
To my knowledge, yes.
Yeah, so shout out to them for making to the knockout stages.
Then final group is Group L, which is obviously England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama.
Yep.
On paper, a very difficult group. I think England, whilst they haven't been too convincing, were convincing in this group. 2 wins and a draw.
I think we kind of expected it in this group. For them to come first.
Well, I think, look, the hard games they're opening against Croatia.
Pumped them 4-2.
Yeah. As soon as they got that win, you're like, oh, well, England's going to go through.
Yep.
I think Ghana probably gave them the most trouble.
Ghana didn't give them trouble, but Ghana stopped them in their tracks.
Yeah.
They did nothing against Ghana.
Well,
I mean, Hurricanes should have finished it in the 89th minute, but
to be fair,
they finished it.
They did have a witch doctor curse him.
Hey, it works. It works.
It worked. So now the witch doctor's moving on to other players to curse. Because, I mean, Harry Kane missed some sitters in that game,
He
dude.
missed some big sitters. Unfortunately, his voodoo magic didn't work in the last game. So they played Croatia. Ghana on 4, Croatia on 3. And obviously Ghana draw, they come second. But Croatia ended up with a 2-1 win.
They still get through.
They still get through, yeah. So Ghana ended up third. The last match they played Croatia, they lost 2-1 with an 83rd minute winner. So I guess that then puts us into our brackets.
So that's.
Do we want to?
I'll pull up the brackets
Yeah.
now. Obviously, some games have played, which we'll get into with the predictors.
Yep.
When we jump in there, but all we want to let me just zoom in a little bit here. Oop, there we go.
Yeah.
Obviously, disappointing already for some games, but more, let's just shape what the round of 32 looks like going into the round of 16. Obviously, if we start looking at this kind of left side of the tournament here, you've got the likes of Germany, France, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Belgium to an extent, and obviously the home country of US, all on this side.
And Morocco. Morocco.
I did miss Morocco, the dark horses.
The dark horse, yeah.
Which are huge.
So that was about
teams.
what? 8 teams you just rattled off?
Yep.
Okay,
Now,
8 teams.
If we come over to this right side of it, now you've got Brazil.
Yep.
Right? Norway and Ivory Coast to an extent, difficult teams.
Mexico, you can throw them in because they were a host nation, I guess.
England.
Yep.
Argentina.
That's it.
Do you want to say Colombia?
No, I don't want to say Colombia. Know what? I'll do a Colombia half and I'll do Norway half. How about that? They get half chances.
So what do you got? What do you got? 4 on the other side.
4. You got 4 teams on the other side.
So you're getting the Arsenal side of
This is the Arsenal of the World Cup.
of the World Cup.
Yeah.
But
Right side is Arsenal of the World Cup.
look, to be fair, I think teams coming out of this left side are going to be the more well-versed teams going into the final. However, does the same tactic work in a World Cup as it does in Champions League? You have more rest in the Champions League. You're coming into games fresher.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to come down. If you have some competitive matches, you cop some injuries coming into the final versus a cruisier side of the tournament, right? I mean, if you win by a couple of goals, you can take players off.
Yeah, well, I don't see it as the same as the Champions League. I think that I'm going to go Argentina's going to make it on this side. They are going to have a lot of opportunity to rest players, like you said. And I know they're not going to play a lot of tough teams, but they are already a tough team. They don't need to be bled in, like try to get their grittiness up to win the World Cup. I think they're already ready to win a World Cup. So I don't see it as the same as the Champions League, where you kind of need your players to get into that tough situation, get into that deep water. They've done it before.
Yeah, they've definitely been here before, and I think that's going to be an advantage. I think if you look at someone like Lionel Messi coming into this tournament, he's amazing. Like he has scored more World Cup goals than once he has passed the age of 35 than some players have scored. Strikers have scored in their entire career.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's insane.
I mean, when you're getting penalties, every week.
Yes, there is also another stat that they have had 7 penalties in the last 10
games,
World Cup games.
Yeah.
Was it Germany and France have had 10 in 23 tournaments.
Yeah.
So
when you're getting penalties every week, of course you're going to bang.
I mean, it's
90% of them in.
It's an interesting stat.
Yeah.
It's whether maybe they're just the world's greatest at diving.
I think it's the greatest love story of all time. Messi and Infantino just fucking back out on display.
Oh, I love it. But why don't we jump across and do a little bit of an analysis?
Let's predict our winners. Let's predict our finalists and our winners. Let's do it.
And now, obviously, we were fiddling with this before, so our first pick, which is tomorrow morning.
So should we go through the games that have happened?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, man. I think we should do that.
I think that is a great idea.
As you can see, the results are already up for the first 4 games. Monday was South Africa, Canada. Canada pull off a 1-0 win in the.
But again, South Africa played a great game.
They did, and it's so funny watching their first game to this game.
Yeah,
the total difference of how they've played and how they've performed.
I mean, look, the red card to Shithole.
Shithole?
I mean, Shithole.
It was so unfortunate of a name.
It's so unfortunate and unfortunate of a red card. But they played a great defensive performance against Canada. And Canada, I think, whilst they've got these names up front, they've also played interesting. So their striker that was on the pitch to score two of their goals in the last 2 games, Laren,
for
some reason doesn't start.
Maybe he was injured. I don't know.
No. He was on the bench. He was on the bench.
He was just on the bench? Okay.
So who knows what that choice is. But they, Alphonso Davies, who was supposed to be injured, ended up playing in this game.
Yes.
He came on. Desperate times. But they do get a goal at the end of the match.
Yeah. Eustaquio. Sounds very Canadian.
Eustaquio,
sure. It's Canadian as fuck.
Yeah.
It's hockey, Esquito.
Did he sing the national anthem? That's what I want to know. How soon did he migrate?
But look, great win for Canada. In Canada, they do the job. No, wait, this wasn't.
This wasn't.
If they came first, it would have been in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, good win for Canada. I mean, I didn't get up for it was 5 a.m. But
I did.
Good for you, man.
It wasn't worth it, to be fair. I needed those hours of sleep. Then coming to this next game, and this is now today's games.
Yes.
So today we had some dramatic games.
Oh, man. Today
3 dramatic games.
All 3.
Let's start with Brazil, Japan.
Yep.
Now, this is heartbreaking for Japan.
Oh,
now,
man.
I got up and I was half asleep in and out of this game. But again, Japan played a great defensive performance.
Yep. Play like a team.
Yeah.
I mean, doing it all tournament, they just play like a team. They're well drilled.
They got the opening goal.
Yep.
Right? And then they went, well, that's enough for us to get through. And they didn't really press for a second goal. They managed to play a structured approach. There was a few hairy moments for them from the Brazilians kind of coming through, which is to be expected when you're playing Brazil.
Yeah, exactly. They got quality all across the park.
But I don't think that there was any clear-cut chances where you're like, well, Brazil should have got this. Japan, fucked up trying to close out this game.
I do have a theory as to why Japan did go down that route. So I don't know if it was the last World Cup or the World Cup before where they were just dynamic all across the park. I think it might have been 2 World Cups ago, 2018, when they played Belgium in the round of 16 or the quarterfinals. And they went up 2-0. And instead of them staying more structured and tight and trying to just ride it out, they kept trying to play the same way, where it was more loose, very dynamic, right? And just kept going forward. And it cost them in the end. They lost 3-2. So I don't know if maybe that was the reason why they kind of shut up shop then. Probably not the best time. It was only 27 minutes after they scored. But when you're against someone like Brazil, you can't drop off. And look, they went to the half up 1-0, but then like Casemiro scored off a off a header, very tight. I thought he was offside, but then you see the Japanese defender's foot is like wide open, kept him onside. So then, Casemiro scores. And look, Brazil pushed. Japan had a couple chances, but
well, you could see that the pressure from Brazil started really getting to them towards the end of the game. Their legs started not being as effective. They probably weren't getting to the players and pressuring and stopping space more towards the end of the game. And Martinelli comes in and gets that winner.
Man, great ball by Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah.
Great ball, cuts it through, and then, Martinelli finishes it off, and then 95th minute. My favourite part about this was the winner, and have you seen the video of Ancelotti's reaction?
No.
He literally turns around and just starts walking towards his assistant. No reaction. He is the coolest guy on the pitch.
What? And I mean,
all he did was raise the eyebrow, and he knew they were going to score.
He's been in that situation in heavy games too many times.
Way too many times.
Do we think that the Brazilian team have the legs to go all the way?
Well, once we do this, we'll see how far we think they can go.
I tend to agree because, interesting game for them. Hard game. We've said Japan is one of the hardest teams to verse. And to get them first up and get a win is effective.
Yeah, I did say that. I thought Japan were going to make it very difficult for Brazil, and they did.
Yeah, 100%.
Japan did their thing,
They're almost like their kryptonite, right, in the way that they want to play.
It's two totally different styles.
Very structured, very pressure-driven.
Yeah.
Very much, we're going to run until you cannot run anymore. And that's what they did. And Brazil managed to hold out to get it. I think if it went to extra time, does Brazil clinch it? Yes. Right? But, they
would have the quality. They would have the legs,
But again, Brazil doesn't want to go to an additional 30 minutes of running.
God, no.
So they're lucky to get out of that. Now,
the other two games, though.
Oh, well, let's do Germany.
Let's do Germany. They did go the extra 30 minutes.
Well, to be fair, Germany should have won this in the 90 minutes.
Yes.
Right? Now, there's an argument to be said. The disallowed goal in this game, is it a foul on the goalkeeper? I mean, obviously, I lean, watching the game live, I lean towards, I know that they're going to overturn this. Do I agree that they overturn it? No.
No. But we've seen this story before.
Yeah.
But look, let's go with the goals. So Enciso scores first.
Which is crazy.
Header.
Which is crazy. He's 5'4".
He's 5'4" and he scores a header. You go, okay, and you got these tall Germans in the team, and somehow Enciso is just wide open. The smallest guy on the pitch gets a head on. You're like, okay, cool. Yeah. But then Germany come out in the second half and they performed a lot better. They took Pavlovic, they took Nemeka off, and they seemed to be getting...
It was interesting because I rated Mecca for the other...
He has not had that good of a tournament.
He scored a cracker goal
against Curacao. Which we do know does not count.
But I don't think he had a terrible tournament. I do think he played quite well, especially for the age that he's at. But again, I wasn't convinced on that German midfield.
No, right? I didn't rate it.
Obviously you've got Wirtz and Musiala in there, who arguably I've seen them play better together.
And Musiala started on the bench today.
I found that very interesting.
Yeah,
because they played Undav over him.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, look, if you're going to move someone out, why would you not move Sane out and put Musiala on the wing?
This is what baffles me.
I found that crazy. Sane was getting so many starts and a lot of minutes. I'm going, okay, if you're playing Curacao, great. Play all you want. Not Ghana, Ivory Coast, cool. Let him play. But when you're playing the tough teams and the tough games, how is he getting so much game time?
Well, because his other option there is Luling.
Yeah.
Whatever. Again, I don't know much about him. But he's a younger player that can run. So why wouldn't you put the legs on there, right? I don't know. It would look interesting choice. I think Nagelsmann probably didn't put out his best team in this game against Paraguay. The interesting thing, Paraguay didn't set up with the 5 at the back.
No, they came out ready to play against Germany. Yeah. But look, Germany did come back in the second half. Havertz gets a header. It was the EPL connection. Havertz with the whip and Havertz with the header. And look, they pushed for that winner, but they didn't get it in the 90 minutes. And then it was an injury time when Tar got his goal disallowed. Right? Yeah. So he scores, but then they disallow for a foul on the keeper, which we've seen a million times.
Exactly right. Jurgen Klopp did come out and said, if that's a foul on that, 60% of Arsenal's goals should have been disallowed.
Arsenal fans are not happy with that for some reason.
They had the ammo loaded.
But look, it goes to pens. And first one up, Kai Havertz. Misses.
Yeah, Arsenal.
Big Gabriel vibes.
Yeah.
Big Gabriel
Big
vibes.
Arsenal practice vibes.
So, look, they from the start, they were behind. Havertz missed, and then it was 3-2 to Paraguay. And so they had after 3 kicks each, it was 3-2. Baltamata then steps up. Terrible pen. Misses his.
Yeah.
Terrible. Right? And then, so Paraguay just needed one more out of the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
Missed them both.
Yeah.
Because then Amiri came on, stepped up for the last pen, got it, and Paraguay missed both there. So we're at 5 kicks each, 3 all, and you're going, okay, so now the next one wins. Jonathan Tah steps up.
Mate.
Big Gabriel vibes.
Yeah, dude, this is why instantly I said Arsenal should sign this guy. Arsenal, he is a big Arsenal player. He loves it.
He steps up, and it's the mirror image of what Gabriel did. Gabriel did left foot over the crossbar, Jonathan Tah right foot over the crossbar.
It was fucking amazing.
And then Jose Canale steps up. Big Jose Canale from Lanús. I've never heard of before. Hits the final penalty.
It's a good penalty.
Paraguay go through. Massive. And I'm pretty sure they were given...
It is huge that Paraguay at one point could have been out.
Yeah.
If Australia had scored a goal, they were out.
They were out, and now they're going to be playing in the
Does
round...
that mean we're better than Germany, man?
Maybe we should have come... maybe we should have come third, so we could have played...
Germany.
So
we could have gotten this win, dude.
But, yeah, I'm pretty sure the president of Paraguay gave everybody a day off after they made...
It's a national holiday.
International holiday. I'm pretty sure he's got to do it again for the next one, right? He has to.
They just never work again in Paraguay.
Until the World Cup's over.
They win the tournament. They're like, country's closed.
Well, we're done.
Yeah, that's it.
Literally cannot go any higher than that. So look, Paraguay go through to the next stage. Awesome for them.
Well, then we've got the final and craziest game.
I think this was game of the whole round. This is going to be game of the round.
It's going to be hard to top.
It's going to be very hard to top.
Very hard to top because I think it was 2 teams. One, Netherlands being the most backed team from
a betting perspective. Really?
To win the tournament. Yes.
Is this because that guy said?
Correct. The mathematician came out who picked the last 2 World Cups and did, hey, got me. I'll put $100 on it. They were also paying $21. So
it's good odds.
You know, I'll take those odds all day. Now, Morocco is probably, and like you've said this whole time, they're the dark horses of the time. Now, I don't know why people discount it. They made the semi-finals of the last World Cup.
Did you just punch yourself?
I did just punch myself.
Not only that, which they did do, and they did make the final of AFCON this year as well. But there was
technically they won AFCON.
No, they made the final. Senegal still have the trophy,
and they
stashed away somewhere in their army fort.
Yeah,
but there was something else that commentators brought up. Morocco also won the under-21s World Cup. I think they came 3rd in the Olympics. And there was another tournament that they made a final in the under-18s or something. This team from juniors to seniors are competitive. Mm-hmm. So they're able to integrate players from the Olympic team and from the under-21s into the senior team. And I think it's not going to be like a Germany thing because they're just like a well-oiled machine up until now. But remember that period where they were just rotating old players out for new ones, mm-hmm. and those new players would become the old ones and would just rotate with more new players? Morocco seemed to be in that kind of form.
They're in their golden generation.
This is their golden generation. They're just rotating older players out and bringing in new players that competed in these big tournaments.
But it's also their players now are getting discovered. So I think you've got Sarabia, who's now just signed for Bayern.
Well, he's at PSV. Yeah, I think he signed for Bayern.
He just signed for Bayern.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got Hakimi, who's 2-time Champions League winner back-to-back.
Yeah, you got Brahim Diaz, who plays for Real Madrid.
Brahim Diaz.
Yeah.
You've also got there's
El
another guy
Kanous who plays for Stuttgart. He's only 22 years old.
But then there's another guy who's 20 or something who was just signed for
Buade,
who's going to go to a big team.
Yeah, we're after him. I think Arsenal are after him.
Everyone's after him.
He's only 18 years old. A lot of teams are after this kid. Then you got the experienced players like Mazraoui, and you got Diop from Fulham.
Which obviously the controversy around him because he changed from France to Morocco.
France have enough players. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But like their keeper is Bunu. He plays for Al Hilal. So he's still Al Hilal's a top Saudi Arabian team.
Yeah.
Then the other centre back is Riyad, who plays for Crystal Palace. So all these Moroccans are all playing in big clubs now.
Yes.
Big advancements for the Moroccan team. Bro, actually, my brother messaged me today and he goes, that penalty shootout, both teams suck. Like, penalty shootouts are so, well, shit, whatever, right? But he goes, I didn't know that Morocco were that good. I go, yeah, Morocco's a top team now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, let's break down the game before we do our selections up to the round of 16. Because, look, Netherlands, look, again, it was going to be a big defensive masterclass for Morocco. Right?
Which, yeah.
And we all knew what the script was written for. Cody Gakpo to score a goal.
Yeah.
Hey, to be fair, it was a nice goal.
It popped up for him, but he buried it.
Somerville did well to get the ball across, right? I think there was a mild foul you were never going to get an actual foul for. As he's going down, he just gets his leg to it to push it out. Gakpo comes in and gets a finish. Obviously, there was some controversy with Gakpo midweek in which he announced that he did lose his unborn baby. Disappointing and sad to hear, but as football goes, when you hear this stuff, they perform in the games.
It's always that fairy tale.
Yes,
it always pops
correct.
up like that.
And it looked like it was going to be a 1-0 win for the Netherlands.
Yep.
Until Morocco came through to ruin the day.
Yeah.
And equalise in what
91st minute. Diop, the Fulham centre back, he's up top to score, obviously, and he just gets whipped in, and he headed it in. But I do just want to go through the stats. So Morocco had 70% possession, dominating possession, 11 shots to 6, 5 shots on target to 2, 5 big chances to 1, and Morocco missed 4 of them. One of them was in extra time. So finished 1-1 in regular time. Not much happened in extra time except for, I want to find the guy's name because I'm pretty sure he came off the bench. Rahimi. Rahimi comes off the bench and he rips Van Hecker, and he's 1-on-1 with the keeper and just pick a corner, and Verbruggen just sticks out an arm and saves it.
It was a great save.
It was a great save, yeah.
Like save of the tournament from the aspects of how big of a save it was as well.
Yep.
I will also give props to Van de Ven, who probably made one of the greatest tackles that I've seen as a last-minute tackle. Not only does he get in front of the man, he gets his whole body around him, with no part of him hitting anything but the ball. Yeah. It was a fantastic tackle when the player was going 1-on-1 with the keeper.
He's still quality. I know he's got the Tottenham stench on him, but the guy's still quality. And they were bragging about like how quick he is and he's shooting. He fucking had a couple good shots on target as well. The guy's still a good player. It's just that, you know, he's Dutch and Spurs.
The Spurs players should come Liverpool.
So when we get to pens.
This is where it gets interesting. These are some of the worst penalties.
Well, we thought the Germany game penalty shootout was cinema, but this one was next level. This was the sequel.
Well,
this is the Godfather Part 2.
The Netherlands had 2
shootouts.
opportunities to win this. So they had the opportunity to win in normal time. They probably didn't have any opportunities in extra time, and they probably had 2 opportunities in penalties to win this.
No, it was pretty even at that stage. I know where you're getting at because of what happened, but nah, they just had opportunities in regular time.
There's the opportunity after the first, and then you've got I suppose they're missing it there.
Yeah. So gets the penalty shootouts. Coop Miners gets his.
That was a fantastic penalty, the Coop Miners penalty.
Yeah, I was not expecting
unsavable,
that.
dude.
I was not expecting that from him.
It was I. It was I.
And then El Hanawi. He hit the post, and then Kluivert steps up and misses the whole goal.
Oh, man.
That was a shocker.
His dad would be fucking kicking himself.
He'd be spitting in his grave. He's not dead yet, but he'd be spitting in his grave.
He's spitting on Justin's grave for when he kills him when he gets back to the Netherlands.
And like we were talking about before the pod, the stutter step. It's not everybody can do the stutter step.
Well, no, but here's the thing, and you saw it. The worst thing is if the stutter step works, but they go the way that you want to go, now you're fucked. Yeah. Because now you have to go and alter the side that you're going to, and you could see it you could almost see it in the pause that they do where they're like readjust, bang, put it wide. And
that's what happened with Kluivert. Totally missed the goal.
Not everyone can be Neymar.
That's correct,
right?
yeah.
Neymar kind of, I'd say he crowned it, made it his with the stutter step, and everyone has tried to replicate it and just have never done it. Like, no one has done it.
Then Rahimi, with probably the only time I've ever seen an own goal penalty happen.
Yes, dude.
Rahimi hits it. Verbruggen gets underneath it, stops it with his back, and then kicks it in with his heel. At this stage, just going, bro, this is only after 4 pens.
It's funny. I'm watching these penalty shootouts with a Dutch guy from work, and he goes, "Who's going to save this?" Saves it. He goes, "I told you," and then kicks it into his own net. And I'm like, "All right."
Well, you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Then Verkhorst steps up. He gets his pen, which
funny enough, I go,
great
"Oh
pen.
God, not Verkhorst. He's definitely missing this great pen.
It was a great pen.
Fucking fantastic pen."
Then Talby steps up. He gets his. Then, so it's 2-all at this stage. 2 kicks left each. Then Quentin Timber.
Yeah.
Not Jurian Timber.
Yeah.
Quentin Timber. Just
I
for
will say
Arsenal
every
fans out
Arsenal
there.
fan was ready for this one because everyone knew what was coming. He missed it. Everyone, typical Arsenal, and instantly goes, "That's his brother."
So I'm pretty sure he hit the post.
Dude, it looked like he looked like stressed to the max, dude. He needs a shave. He needed a fresh cut. And he really needed to try and work some of this pressure off.
Yeah, he looked like a bum.
He did not look good.
Big bum vibes.
Yeah,
Looked like
100%.
He looked like Somalian. Then
Really on this Somalian chain.
Then Hakimi, and at this stage, you think, oh yeah, Hakimi's going to slot it away. Nope. I think he hit the post as well.
Yep, correct.
Hit the post as well. You go, oh, bro, it's just out of control. Then Somerville, the guy that assisted for Gakpo, steps up. He misses as well. And I'm pretty sure he just missed the whole goal. Yeah, missed the whole goal. And then Sabari, the guy that scored in the first 3 games.
Mate, just signed for Bayern.
Just signed for Bayern. And
Cool
steps up.
To be fair, when he stepped up, he doesn't even look nervous.
No, he looked.
He
was
did
ready.
not. He looked like he knew what he was putting that ball. No stutter step, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. I was watching that. I wonder if he's going to start a step. He just went up, put it away.
Yep.
And Morocco, my dark horses of the World Cup, advanced through to the next stage.
Well, why don't we go through and now give our predictions of the round of 16? See how accurate we were, because given that the round of 16 finishes next Tuesday, we can then go and see how accurate we were with our games, and then work out if these quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Work out the quarterfinals for next week.
Yeah.
So obviously tomorrow's games, we've got France versus Sweden. Obviously we've already had a practice of this. We've both picked France.
We kind of thought if there's one team that we're going to pick just to kind of get as like a practice, it was France.
It was France.
So we're thinking France is going to go through. Yep.
So then we've got Ivory Coast and Norway. Now, I think this is a tough game.
Yeah.
This is a tough
Ivory
game.
Coast, I don't think they're not pushovers.
I agree. I think what gives Norway the advantage is that they rested Haaland.
Yeah.
Coming into
well,
this game.
they rested everyone. They rested Sorloth. They rested Odegaard. They rested their keeper. They rested everybody. Full revamp. So
Look, I'd be backing Norway in this game to go through.
yeah, I'm with you. I'll go Norway.
Cool. Then we've got Mexico, Ecuador again tomorrow. I think this is a tough game, but
It's a low scoring, very low. I can see low scoring happening.
under 2.5 goals,
Yeah.
I would think for sure. But
Yeah.
I think if you're going to go off the group stages, my favourite here would be Mexico.
I'll go Mexico too. It's going to be in Mexico. Ecuador have not been fluent in attack. I think they're good at building, but not finishing. Mexico have been great. I mean, 3 games, 3 wins. Even the second game, they put out a second string team, they still won.
Yeah.
So I'll go Mexico.
So we've got Mexico. Then we've got England and DR Congo. I think you have to go England on the size of this.
I think
squad.
Congo are just happy to be in the round of 32, so you got to go England.
Yeah, I don't think
The quality of England
I don't think
is...
it's an easy game, but I think it's a straightforward pick.
Yeah.
Then you've got the US, Bosnia, Herzegovina.
USA, the first team to play 2 teams in one go, apparently.
Yeah, it's a hard game. 2 countries in one. It's not easy.
It's a handicap match.
And I mean, it's going to be in the US, right? So I think you've got to back the home team and the favourites in that.
Yeah, I'll back USA in that.
Then we've got, and this is an interesting game, Belgium, Senegal. Now, I don't think Belgium by any means has been convincing.
They look convincing against New Zealand, but like New Zealand is New Zealand.
Yes.
So,
But Senegal also has not looked convincing in the aspect of how they were in AFCON, for instance.
Yeah, it's different gravy now because it's the World Cup compared to just AFCON. I mean, they only beat Iraq, whereas they lost to... I mean, they were competitive against France. They were competitive with Norway. I can definitely see goals in this game. I'm going to say Belgium, based off the fact it'll be a draw, go to pens, and Courtois is the better keeper than Mendy.
I think that's... I could see this being a 0-0, to be fair.
Really, I'm the opposite. I could see it being a 1-1 or a 2-1, something like that.
Yeah, I haven't been convinced by Belgium up front.
No,
at all. And I haven't been convinced by Senegal up front either.
Yeah, look, what's his name?
Mane.
Ismail Sarr. No, Sarr.
Ismail Sarr, yeah.
Right, he is a totally different striker to Nicholas Jackson. I think he gives them more. Mm-hmm. And I think when he plays, they're going to be dangerous. I can see a 1 or a 2 in this game, but I think we're both of the agreement that will be Belgium progressing.
And then we've got Portugal, Croatia. Look, obviously, I think Croatia's an old team, right?
Yeah, look, they've still got players from the 2018 World Cup that were old then.
Modric is still their guy, right?
Yeah, they've got Modric and Perisic and Kovacic still playing in that team. You're going, bro, when are you going to change this midfield?
Do they even play for their clubs anymore? Like, it's just, yeah. But look, I think you've got to go Portugal on this one. Whilst they haven't probably hit where we think that they're going to hit, you will never forget when Portugal did not win a single game.
In the Euro.
Won the Euros.
Yes.
So...
look, I think that it's going to be interesting to see if this midfield can actually dominate this old Croatian midfield. If they don't dominate, I can't see Portugal progressing past the round of 16.
I tend to agree with you on that.
Yeah, so let's see how they go. But I am going to go Portugal to advance.
Well, then we've got Spain and Austria. Interesting matchup. I think Spain's probably the better team.
Yeah, they are the better team. They're the Euro champions. I don't see Austria actually scoring against Spain. I just wonder if Spain's actually going to score.
Yeah, correct. I could
definitely see a 0-0 in this game, but more likely a 1-0 or a 2-0 win is what it should be.
I agree. They should dominate. Obviously, we're going to go Spain just based on it being Spain. Obviously, we've seen upsets, and this could be an upset.
Yeah, Austria had a pretty good group stage, but you look at Spain's team, you look at Austria's team, you've just got to go with Spain.
Yeah. Then we've got Switzerland, Algeria.
I won't be getting up for this game. But
no, this will be the good time, dude.
It will be. It'll be 11 a.m.
Like
11 a.m. 100%.
Look, I think. Do you have to go Switzerland out of these?
Switzerland
choices?
have been pretty good. Algeria, I think, will be tough, but you just got to go Switzerland in that one.
Then
Argentina. I think Cape Verde's good for them. They made the round of 32. They made a knockout stage and they're playing the world champions. That in itself is fucking awesome. So good for them.
Then we've got Colombia and Ghana. Look, I think Ghana defensively will hold them. I think Colombia is going to be too strong for them.
Yeah, a nice 1-0, 2-0, I think. I think Ghana have got good players. I think Semenyo is injured as well. I don't think he's going to be...
Semenyo's done nothing this tournament.
That's true. He has been anything.
Super lackluster.
Yeah, he might have been injured coming into the tournament. I'm not sure.
Dude, he's just
But
shit.
look, Ghana don't have the same quality of players as they used to, like from 06 and 2010. So, and Colombia were fantastic in the group stages. So we've got to go with Colombia.
And then, look, we're biased, man. We're picking fucking...
And we saved the best for last.
Yeah, well, the rumour is Salah injured. And potentially not playing this game. To be fair, I don't think that's the biggest worry for us. I think Mamouche and a few of the other younger Egyptian players might be more of a worry. But look, I mean, it's always he's their talisman. So I think losing him will give a little bit of confidence to the Australian players.
Oh, yeah. Look, it gives you a boost when you know that their best player isn't playing. Yeah. So sure. Look, I'd still go Australia. Even if Salah was playing, I would still go Australia to win.
So, I mean, look, these games all finish by Friday.
Yes.
Of this week. We jump into the round of 16
yes.
games. Now, why don't we go through and see where we think we can end up in these? And then obviously by the next pod, we will see exactly how accurate we were going into the quarterfinals. And then we can kind of go and do our predictions going into the final.
Yep, let's do that.
So Paraguay, France. I think that's a quick France choice. Canada, Morocco. They're your dark horses. We have to go with that.
Yep.
We've got Brazil, Norway. I think this is an interesting
that game. You know what it's going to be? Gabriel versus Haaland.
Ooh, yeah, that's actually
Gabriel
exciting,
Haaland. Let's
dude.
see how it goes on the world stage.
Oh man, very interesting.
I'm gonna go Brazil. I think.
I'm leaning towards Norway, dude.
Do we have a coin that we could flip?
No, I don't really carry much anymore.
Any J gold?
Yeah, it's around my neck. Yeah, it's that's a child's block, man.
Rock paper scissors.
We can.
Rock paper scissors.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Rock paper scissors shoot. Yes.
All right.
All right, Norway it is.
No.
Mexico, England. That's it. Look, it's a hard one.
I think
to
this
pick.
will be in America as well. So Mexico don't have the home ground advantage anymore.
I know.
Because I think the Netherlands game today was the last one that's played in Mexico.
I think this is going to come up to how they perform in their games leading into this, right?
Yep.
I think if Mexico have a hard game coming into this match where it goes to extra time or penalties,
Against who are they playing? Ecuador. Yeah.
could really happen.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think England win in their 90 minutes against Congo.
But if England struggle against Congo, that gives Mexico a lot of confidence that they could do some damage against
agreed.
England.
But I think if we're going off the teams today as they stand, I think England's the better team.
England is the better team, yeah.
And I think, look, okay, if we're going
Let's
off,
go with England. But yeah, I think it comes down to how their round of 32 goes.
yeah, for sure. This one's an interesting matchup. Portugal, Spain.
This is big.
This is a huge game because I have not been convinced by Spain at all, but also I'm not convinced by Portugal.
Correct. So I guess it comes down to who plays the better style of football. And I mean, they've both been pretty lackluster.
I'm more convinced by the Portuguese midfield than the Spanish midfield. I think the Spanish midfield has a lot of talent in it, but they've not won anything.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas if I look at the Portuguese team, they have winners in there. Right? You've got Ronaldo.
Well, I mean, Spain
in there.
did win the Euros, but you're talking about like from a club perspective.
From look at the players that are in there and look how much they have won from who they are. Right, you've got Ferran Torres in there.
Well, I mean, they've won
in there.
Yeah, they've won multiple league titles.
But what big tournaments have they won other than their league? I'm
Euro?
biased. Were they a main part of that Euro team?
Yeah, definitely. And look, they got Rodri, guy's Ballon d'Or.
He's injured.
Is he?
He's injured.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's not
Rodri's
good.
injured.
I think it's up top that's their problem. They've got Bayana, Orzabal, and Lamine Yamal. And Lamine Yamal has not had that good of a
great
tournament. I saw a photo of him, and he was on the bench after the Uruguay game, and he looked fucked, and he didn't actually do anything. And the caption was, "Fuck this, I'm going back to the under-21s."
Yeah. Look, I'm leaning more towards Portugal.
Yeah, same. I think Portugal probably has a slight edge on them.
Now we've got US and Belgium. Again, I think this is going to come to what your round of 32 looks like.
I think US. I think America's going to make the quarterfinals.
It's in the US, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all games from the round of 16 down are all in the US.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go US. I think US will do. Belgium has a great midfield and a great keeper. Their defense is shoddy and their strikers are non-existent.
And then we come down to Australia and Argentina.
Fucking replay of last World Cup. We had to play Argentina last, and we actually gave Argentina the toughest time besides France.
And we have a better team now. So what I'm hearing is we beat Argentina.
No. It would be great. Don't get me wrong. I just can't see it happening. Argentina's team looks so comfortable on the ball.
Well, you know what I'm going to do is be super biased and click Australia.
Do it. Do it. Fuck it. I mean, it's not like we're not putting any money on it yet.
Yeah, dude. If I get more than $5, I'm putting 100 on it.
You're definitely getting more than $5.
Then we've got final game around Colombia and Switzerland.
I'm going Colombia.
I gotta go Colombia.
Yeah, look, Switzerland have been
I'm very convinced by their game.
Switzerland have been playing good, but
let's see where we end up for the quarterfinals. France, Morocco, crazy.
So
game.
France versus France B.
But to be fair, I think winner of this wins the tournament.
You reckon winner of that
Big
wins
call.
the tournament?
Big call, but winner of this wins the tournament.
Okay.
Right? Again, if the matchup doesn't happen, then it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
Portugal, US.
Yep.
That's an interesting game as well.
Yep.
Norway, England.
Which is funny because Haaland was actually born in Manchester, so he could have played for England.
Yes.
But he chose Norway. So imagine he eliminates the team that he could have played for.
Yeah,
That'd be
revenge.
That'd be hilarious. Big Viking revenge.
And then Australia versus Colombia. That'll never happen. But
We're going to the semi-finals.
yeah, I love it. So look, I think that's where it is. You know what? I'll take a print screen.
Yeah,
of this.
take a print screen, and then we'll see how right we are.
I'll save it in the downloads folder.
Yeah,
and we can see how accurate we were.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Look, until tomorrow's games, let's just see how it goes, and we'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week with some correct predictions.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, if they're all correct, that's insane.